they both see that what is keeping them in that position is nothing's changed there. I mean, Mike Madigan, I've been out to his district many times. I went out on election day a couple of years ago, and I mean, I couldn't find anyone who's critical of Mike Madigan. I mean, he delivers for his district, and that's where it all starts. And then when you extend it to the Democratic Party of Illinois, which he, of course, leads, so many people have been elected with his help, either financial or otherwise, and/or he's helped them get legislation that was important to them or their constituents across the finish line. This is a guy who has done a lot of favors, cultivated a lot of loyalty through the years, and so of course you're going to see many of his supporters basically say, well, let's wait and see if there's more evidence.
And usually, Brandis, when you're in a state house and you hold the cards, you're the speaker. A lot of your political campaigning is about trying to keep that power and make sure you have the majority of seats in your chamber. That's not really an issue. I mean, most of the times with Mike Madigan downstate in Illinois, when we're talking about the makeup of the chamber, it's mostly blue, and what they're really fighting for is a supermajority. So it's not like he has to change his way or necessarily reflect or deflect from what the public wants or is asking for, because he's got complete control down in that house.
And so then you wonder, has he amassed so much power that he's just kind of untouchable? Because yes, the party has the supermajority in the House, and so that's pretty safe. Even if they lost a little bit of supermajority, they're still the majority. And it seems like so far he does not have enough people willing to distance themselves from him so that he would lose his own position. And so I'm dying to be a fly on the wall of the participation that ComEd is supposed to be giving as a part of that deal, to see exactly what the federal government is going to come up with when this is all said and done, when the chips all fall.
I mean, how does it work, man? If hypothetically Mike Madigan was charged with a crime, but he still, had to go through the whole process of trial and all that stuff, he doesn't step down until he's guilty, right?
I believe that's correct. I think that just being charged in itself would not force him to resign as a legislator. Now, a couple of the people who have defected have pointed out, well, this is for your political leadership position than in a court of law. So while we all respect that he, if he's going to be charged, which of course let's remind everybody that has not happened yet.
Has not happened.
If there's any kind of criminal charges against him, he deserves his day in court. He gets to maintain his innocence until proven otherwise. But people have said that's not the same standard for being the Speaker of the Illinois House.
Well, that's what we saw with Blagojevich,
There's
right?
a higher standard. There's an ethical standard here. And one real quick point, I think Sean Ford said that Mike Madigan has maintained his innocence. It's interesting to me that he actually has not said that. What I've seen from his statements are that I've done nothing improper, which is, to me, a very kind of almost lawyerly technical point. It's basically a claim that he's saying he has not broken the law. That is not saying that I have been ethically pure. Okay, it's not the same thing.
Right, it's the choice of words. That's correct. Brandis, another big political story in our region. Former Vice President Joe Biden says he will not travel to Milwaukee next, I guess this month, some point, to accept the Democratic presidential nomination. What's this mean for Milwaukee, for Chicago, for the Midwest?